Hello, I haven't made a video in a while, but today I'm out on the Jurassic Way, not the coastal one, but the one a little bit further up near Northamptonshire. So I'm on the Jurassic Way. I'm going to be setting up 3 tents behind me around here, and they're going to be one of them I'm going to choose to do the Pennine Way later on, end of April and May. I've already named the one that I want to take because it's going to have to be the... Let's set them up first. Well, they're up. And I would say I've got a dilemma, because I did, if I can get this right, I did the coast to coast in that, and I've done a few nights out in that. But that one cost a lot. So roughly, I think I got it for about, or would it have been $260 and 210 UK quid. But it cost me another 40 quid in delivery, and then another 90 quid in import tax and fees. So just for the reason of why that one has cost me so much, I will have to use it, but I do like it. So we're going to have a look at all of these nice and quickly. You'll see from the viewpointing down from the drone what the space is like between all. But to be honest, I think I'd still go for the Gossamer, because it's just got the mass room in it. The headroom's brilliant. For sitting up in that, it's fantastic. The Lanshan, I loved it on the coast to coast. I can't deny it, it really is nice. And as for the One Tigris TP Nova, it's a great tent. I don't know why enough people haven't got it. It's an old tent now, and I think it's only about a ton, probably less than that now, probably less than 100 quid. But it is a good tent, and not only that, obviously it's a TP, so the pole's in the middle, you get to sleep either side. You can get 2 people in there with a squeeze, maybe you, a kid or a dog. Yeah, but I like it still, and I like all these tents, and I'll always use them again. But let's have a closer look. Just quickly though, while I've been sitting here, I've also been trying this out. The Alpkit intermittent charging solar panel. I just don't know. I just don't know if I like it yet. Anyway, enough of that, we're not here to talk about that. Let's have a look at these. The Lanshan one, it's a great looking tent. It's a single pole trekking tent, and it's just over 6 foot. I will stick all the stuff there for you. Really good tent, don't knock it. It's only about 6,500 grams. Right, so when we look at the Lanshan one, please remember you have to seam seal it. Gossamer one doesn't need seam sealing. The Lanshan one does. Obviously you can see straight away you're going to have a headroom problem. But in all honesty, these are a brilliant tent. And when they're pitched right, you should have that nice, beautiful air vent all the way around. But like I said, there's that seam sealing thing. Do you really want to go through that? But it's worth it if you want to give it a try. So the one Tigris TP Nova, I forget what the weight is, but I really like it. It's so spacious, it's really good. If you have a look up there or there, I'll stick the other video on to when I did do actually a review on this, and like I said, I still like it, but I do have a problem with the door. It gets caught every now and again. But saying that, it does with quite a lot of tents. I haven't had that with the Gossamer yet. But look, there's loads of room. It's huge in here. Sometimes I feel like I want to take it with me. But like I said, pay for the Gossamer, so we'll look at that. For this tent, I'll stick some up here, so you get the stats on that one. So this is the Gossamer Gear 1, 2 trekking pole tent, Lanshan 1 trekking pole tent, Lanshan 2 trekking pole, and the one Tigris TP Nova is a 1 trekking pole tent. This weighs in at roughly 505 grams, and I say roughly because I don't think they include the pegs in that weight. But I'll stick the stats up here. As with the other 2 tents, you've probably seen the stats up as well. This will be the stats for this tent. I'll have a quick look inside, and then I'll try and get it down before it gets dark, because the sun's going down. If I put that all the way to the top, then you can see how much room is left down at the bottom. There's ample amount of room. And if I chuck the flames down to the end, so if you've got an ice flames quilt, you'll understand how big the actual tent is. Now I'll put the pad down to the bottom, and you've got that much room above, so you can store your bag up there. I usually use my bag as a pillow. So inside, got the lovely cord up here, the old sock line, washing line, whatever you want to call it. You've got all the maximum space up here. This is where your feet will go. Nice air vent, but as with all single skin tents, you're going to get condensation. Hence, that's why you get that lovely mesh doorway. Head end. Oh well, actually, just for giggles. So that's, you know, probably about that much once you've got your air mat. And then if I lie down, get the feet all the way to the bottom. See, good arms reach. Give you a little idea what it's like. Yeah, so in my eyes, I can't wait to try this tent out on the Pennine Way. I'm only worried about wind. I have seen someone do this, and I think it was Norway, where they was out and the whole front of the tent ripped, so it kind of gets me a little bit worried, but I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. If it rips, especially on trail, then I shall get the wife to drive up and give me another tent. So that is my problem. I love single man trekking pole tents. I love the lightweight idea of them. They're just a brilliant tent, aren't they? I'm getting blinded by the sun here. Spin myself around. So not really a dilemma as much as I thought. I've used like I said, the Lanshan one on the coast to coast. I've used the one Seagrip many times. I haven't even spent a night in the Gossamer gear, so I can't give a full review of what it's like in the wind. But I'm sure we'll find out. I've got a little bit of wind here at the moment. Right, I'm going to pack these up. Shorter foam. The wife's not in tonight, so it's Call of Duty night. Right, all packed up. 3 tents in the bag, look at that. Now that's a beautiful sunset, isn't it? Anyway, where my 3 tents were, taking them back now. There's a few little things that I do, such as with the Lanshan one, I'm using the ground sheet for the Gossamer one. It's more or less a perfect fit. It will be quite good, but the Gossamer one doesn't come with a ground sheet. Yeah, it's a nice tent actually, loads of headroom. So that's, you know, a comparison between the 3. Obviously you've seen the stats, and it's time for me to go home and get something to eat. So yeah, all good. Yeah, it's the first time I've made a video down there. But like I said, I live on the Jurassic Way. So if anybody's ever going to wild camp and walk the Jurassic Way, feel free to message us, and I'll let you pitch up in my back garden. But no, it's a good little route. It's a nice little route. Yeah. But no, I've never done a video down here before, and thought, you know, why not? A beautiful little spot. Like I said, we're doing the Pennine Way on, God, we start on the 27th of April. So we finish work, jump on the train and head off up. We should arrive at the train station up in Scotland. I forget which one it is, but we arrive there at 20 to 12 at night, and then we move on, get a taxi over to get home, and then should start the hike roughly 20 past midnight. We know that the first part of the hike is like 27 miles of barrenness, but there is a little shed on the way about 7 miles in that we'll be stopping off at first. So yeah, so we'll enjoy our first night, and look, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and look forward to this journey on the Pennine Way.